Hello and welcome to Barb Talks. I've been looking for a pair of pants that are a forgiving waistband but are warm for the wintertime. The fixed waistband just doesn't work for me anymore. And so I'm looking for something that has a more flexible waistband. I want pants that I can wear when I do yoga, or if I'm walking to the library, or even if I'm going for a hike with my sister, or if I'm going out for lunch. So that kind of deletes a lot of things. So I don't want to wear leggings. I don't want to wear pants that have big bulging pockets that look utility. I just want one practical pair of pants. I'm in a phase of my life where instead of a whole wardrobe of clothes, I'm wanting to make it so I have just a few clothes that do exactly what I want them to do. So I've been on a search for that elusive pant. What I want is something that looks similar to this Duluth pant. And this pant is 87% Supplex nylon and 13% Lycra spandex. And I wear this pant, I've got it in black, which is kind of faded to gray now. I've also got it in a purple. And I wear those all the time for yoga, running errands. But in the wintertime when I'm outside, it's more of an indoor pant. Online, I looked up something called Mountain Hardwear. All of the reviews of this pant were really positive. It said they had plenty of room in the waistline, they're straight leg, they look really practical. And it says lined pant, so I wasn't sure what it was lined with, but I figured I'd give it a go. So I bought one in medium and one in large, because I'm in that in-between size depending on how the fit is. Many times one fits okay and the other is like a no. And so I wanted to test that. I bought these full price. So let me show you what I got. I got a gray in large of the Mountain Hardwear pants. And I do like this waistline, which is very stretchy. And what's inside, it's not a flannel, it's not a fleece. It just felt like kind of a really lightweight synthetic of some sort. So I wasn't sure how warm that would be. You know, it's so thin, it doesn't even feel like really anything. The outside was very stretchy, and the inside is too. Almost too stretchy. It has front pockets, which are nice. It has one side pocket, zipper pocket down the side. It was way too long for me. Oh, it also has one back pocket that is kind of a fold over pocket. I liked the color. It goes really well with black. It's kind of a slate pewter type gray. So that was the large. The medium I got in a khaki olive color. I guess olive is more the color. Same back pocket, same features. The side pockets, the back pocket, the zip pocket. It was, surprisingly, the medium was closer to what my actual height is. So for whatever reason, they think the wider you are, the taller you must be, because the large was like that much too large at the bottom and the medium was only about that much too large at the bottom. So I would have to hem whatever I got. So the positives are, it does have the waistline that is flattering for me at this stage of the game. I do like the slim leg as opposed to a wide leg or a skinny leg or any sort of boot cut for my petite figure. I like the pocket placements on the side and the modest one at the zip leg and the little one in the back. I don't know if I'd use that or not, but it's nice to have it there. So I like that. But what I didn't like about these pants is the lining inside isn't really lined up very well. It's like the lining feels bigger than the outer part. When I tried them on, it's like the lining would bunch up in various places and kind of bunch up around my ankle instead of laying smooth in the pant. So that was kind of odd. The other thing that I noticed was it is so stretchy and a very lightweight stretchy that I'm afraid if I put it on for any length of time, it would totally stretch out of shape. I also would be afraid to wash it. I don't know if it would shrink, but it feels like it would stretch out in the wash. And if I'm going to be paying, these were $99 each. $99 for a pair of pants that I'd have to hem. Of course, after you wash them and wear them for any length of time, this isn't necessarily something that you can return. So, yeah, even though they've checked so many of the boxes, I'm looking for a long-term fix. Something that is a past pant that I got that I don't particularly like, the extra bulk in the front and the extra rise in the waist. These are Eddie Bauer size 10. I got them, I think, 3 years ago. And they're not the sexiest looking pant. They're not something I necessarily would want to wear out to dinner, let's put it that way. They are very warm though. And when I wear them, I just turn that like that so it makes it a little shorter. And they also have pockets, a little more outdoorsy casual pockets where you can see them. They've got 2 outside zipper pockets that are a little more sporty. They go down into the gathered at the bottom, which isn't as classic as having a straight leg. But what I like about these is they also have a stretchy material, but it's not as stretchy, and it's much more sturdy. Oh, it's made out of, the shell is 86% polyester and 14% spandex, and the lining is 100% polyester. And the lining is fleecy. So when I put these on, I know I'm going to be warm, and I know they're going to hold up because they've held up for 3 years and they still look brand new. So the polyester on the outside is something that has really lasted well, whereas these ones feel so flimsy and cheap in comparison. And what are they made out of? The body is 94% nylon, 6% elastane, and the lining is 94% polyester and 6% elastane. It's a nylon, so maybe it would be okay, but maybe it's the elastane does not feel as sturdy. So I guess what I'm kind of looking for is something made out of this kind of material, but with this kind of styling. If someone watching this has gotten this particular type of pant, I'd be really curious to hear from you how they wash and how they wear. And what about that inside lining? Does it possibly shrink in the wash so that it ends up fitting inside the pant better? I don't want to wash them and then I won't be able to return them. On the Mountain Hardwear site, everybody loved those pants. But then you wonder how much are bots or only the best ones are put at the top. I always want to try something on myself to see how it really fits and how it really wears. What do you think I should do? Should I keep the pants? And if I do keep them, should I keep the large or should I keep the medium? The large felt a little bulky to me. The medium was just slightly tight around the waist. If it's tight around the waist when I'm standing up, then it's going to be even tighter when I'm sitting down or when I'm bending. So I'm open to your opinions, but I also wanted to show you my opinion. Thanks for being with me today as I explore comfort waist pants that are good for cold winter weather and I could wear from doing yoga to going out for lunch. And thanks for watching Barb Talks.